What can I say, man? I'm 47. I'm a 47-year-old straight white guy. 47-year-old cisgendered straight white guy. You can't put pride behind any of my identities. It'll offend people, you know? And I'm fine with that because I'm actually a pretty liberal guy. I know I have like a Trumpy head, but I'm not really, I'm not how I represent. I don't even know how I would describe my politics. Aggressively moderate. That's how I would describe my politics. And listen, I grew up with a lot of white guys. They're not happy, man. You know? They're like, bro, it's a fucking tough time to be a straight white guy. No, not an easy time to be a straight white guy. Well, I just want to put it on the record that it is not a tough time to be a straight white guy. I just want to get that on the record. Get that on the record. Not a tough time to be a straight white guy. But I would like to add, it is not as good as it was. And I don't think that's controversial. You would notice a difference. A lot more accountability, a lot less movies geared towards me. I should be a game show host already if this fucking industry was how it used to be. Now I'm in a fucking basement on a Tuesday. But I'm fine with it, man. You know? I'm totally fine with it. In fact, I'll acknowledge my privilege. I know that acknowledging white privilege gives a lot of white guys the ick these days, but I'm fine with it. Huh? I am a straight white guy and I acknowledge my privilege. In fact, I'll go even further. I'm not just a straight white guy. I am the worst type of straight white guy. A good-looking straight white guy. I have not suffered. I'm sure I walked on this stage. There's some diversity in the crowd. You saw me, fucking 47-year-old gray-haired white guy. You were like, look at this asshole. He hasn't suffered a day in his life. And you are correct. I have a house in the Hamptons. You know how I got it? I inherited it. And we're from Queens. That's how easy it is to be a white person. We're not even fancy people. I got a fucking house in the Hamptons. Good-looking straight white guy. Best thing to be, man. It's not controversial. This isn't offending anybody. This is a historical fucking accuracy. Tall, good-looking straight white guy. Are you kidding me? Tall is a privilege. Unless you're on a plane, tall is a privilege. You know? You know, and nobody wants to talk about all the other privileges. You know, I'll tell you what makes me laugh the most is I love when I say, oh, you know, it's not a tough time to be a straight white guy. And people always cheer, and women always cheer at that. And I'm fine with that, you know. And I know about sexism and the patriarchy. I know about all that shit. But I do love sometimes when women think that they are somehow devoid of their own discriminations, their own little blind spots of discrimination. Because I know that for a fact, women love to discriminate against who? Anybody? Short men. Thank you. Short men. You know how I know? Because they don't fucking hide it. They can't fucking say it enough. It's literally on their Tinder profiles. Under 6 feet, not apply. Who the fuck do you think you are? Who do you think you are discriminating against our short kings? That's Heightism. That's the next round of canceling. They're coming for you, you Heightis bitches. You know who you are. You know who you are. They're coming for you next. But personally, I don't care because I'm 6'3". Tall, good-looking, straight white guy. Best thing to be, man. And I acknowledge that privilege. I acknowledge it. You know, in fact, I'll go even further. I'm not just a tall, good-looking, straight white guy. I went gray and got even better looking. Jesus Christ, the privilege. The fucking privilege. Just when I thought I was getting old, they put a fucking Z in front of daddy. They made me a fucking zaddy. Yeah.